Camera Dude 2088, and today we're talking about TOT floor 70. Probably the roughest one for me so far. So on floor 70, you're dealing with the Air Justicar, Exalted Justicar, Air Zealot, whatever. The Angel Zealot, but the Air one. And he's providing some pretty crazy stuff. Alright, I'm not on the floor because the video footage that I'm going to show you is from my stream, and I wasn't exactly making the video for it. I was just testing myself to be able to clear that floor, and then I wasn't quite able to clear it before, but when I did, I was streaming, so it was like, yep, just go ahead, take that out, put that in, and go back and do this. But his third skill says attacks all enemies with damage increased based on defense and activate the cooldowns of their skills. You definitely don't want that to happen. Trust me, not cool. And this is everybody. Alright, second skill is to increase attack and accuracy of an ally for 2 turns. Cleans up to 2 negative effects and heals them by 50% of their max HP. It completely refills their turn bar, which is also not good because you have the Air Crusader as well as the Fire Crusader, what you're dealing with for this fight. And then his first skill is the Aura of Justice, which provides a shield for himself, which is 15% of his max HP for 1 turn. And that's just, just don't want all these buffs. So I do highly recommend a buff block as well as a heal block for this fight. I did not bring either one of those. Probably the reason why the fight was so difficult, but it was still manageable and I was able to clear it decently. So, gonna look at the Fire Crusader passive, which you don't want him really getting any turns. If he's stunned, his passive doesn't activate because all forms of stun count as a turn missed. So his passive is heals all other allies by 50% of all max HP and increases their defense for 1 turn at the end of every turn. So he never gets the turn because of the stun, as long as you bring in that kind of CC. So that will mitigate this. So having Herman the Water Bassy, just like I will have in this fight, will definitely help prevent him from getting that. And then the Air Crusader, which is his second skill is attacks an enemy with an attack increase based on max HP and blinds them for 3 turns. Blind can be a problem for your units, but it's not that big of an issue to deal with. Being blind for 3 turns do suck though. So if you do have some form of cleanse, definitely bring that, just like my WHS that I use in this fight. We're not gonna worry about the first skills per se because I don't quite remember what the first skills that they have evo to in this fight. But for the Air Crusader, refills turn bar of all allies by 25% and decrease the remaining wait turns of their skills on cooldown by 2, which definitely don't want this happening. This is why in every fight I say bring CC, because you don't want the enemies getting turns. No, you don't get a turn. Pretty much, you don't get a turn. That's just how it is. Don't want any of that to happen. Second skill heals an ally by 60% of their max HP and shelters them for 40% of incoming damage. This would definitely hurt if you're going straight boss and trying to put damage out and this heal happens. So you can see there's a lot of heal. This is why you want to bring in a heal block to kind of mitigate some of the heals, because you will be in the fight for quite some time. I had to kill off all the ads first and then go boss to really do this fight, and it's probably the best strategy starting out trying to do this. So anyway, that's kind of what you're dealing with in this fight. So I'm just going to go ahead and get into the battle from there. Alright, I'm done with that, and I guess I gotta go back now and explain the process and what happened, what we did, and possibly all of my stats and everything. I definitely had to upgrade on some glyphs, speeds, and accuracies, and crit rate, and all that good stuff. And we're still missing. It's nuts. Well, that's kind of it for that fight. I was going to showcase my glyphs in this video, but I'm going to wait for TOT 80 since I've already recorded and showing off my glyphs, because I did make some extra changes to my units since the recording of this video, and this was like a few weeks ago. You guys will just have to wait till then. I mean, it'd make more sense then anyway, because I know a lot of people were struggling with 80, and 80s actually seemed to have been a lot easier than what I thought. It was definitely a lot easier than 70. 70, I got bodied the first few times I tried, and 80 I did the first try easily, and then the second try was even easier than the first time. Well, at least it was faster, but I was recording the second time, so you get to see that video with all of the mistakes and everything. But let me stop talking about that one. You'll get to see that when that video shows up. But this is the Camera Dude signing out. See you in the next TOT video. Deuces.